Upstairs, Nia coming in, but will take the hit. Eruption on the generator as well. Eruption and Cauliflower. Nia does take a hit through the wall. So I don't know if and the dissolution value! These survivors. Deliverance from Claudette. Sprint bursting to the heart.
It's the same with these masks in the one event. She didn't get a mask either.
No!
Like,
the ground!
Yeah, oh, that was nice. Look at this.
They're trying.
Pokey, nerf Nancy, man.
She's gonna get hacked, maybe?
Oh my goodness, she might just get hacked, potentially. I think she does. Holy cow. I cannot believe.
They do get the Spirit Fury set and they get the down.
yes! The survivors leaving the trial, and there's going to be the teleport with the end. She's right here, but Nia needs to go.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. I'm your host, Little Brugger, and I'm joined by none other than the king of ASIM horror, comp connoisseur, running man himself. Welcome back. How you been?
Oh, I've been so good. Thank you so much for involving me in this exciting matchup, dude. I haven't shoutcasted in... I can't remember the last time I shoutcasted comp.
I actually don't remember either.
Yeah, I think it was probably with you, right? So
yeah, it was
you were supposed to
with me.
remember. Yeah, you were supposed to remember for me.
Okay, you're putting that on me, huh? I see how it is. But with that, with that said, we are coming in. We are going to be playing a nurse match on Father Campbell's Chapel, and we're going to be having Outsiders versus Revival right off the bat here. And Running Man, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this 3-gen corrupt right here?
I mean, that's beautiful. We're already going. Okay, so Father Campbell's Chapel is one of my favorite maps to play as killer, and then especially with the nurse, she's like outstanding here. I feel like so. This is gonna be rough, man. That's a good corrupt setup.
It really is. Now, I gotta ask. You like Father Campbell's Chapel as killer? What's your strat here? Because I struggle on this map as killer.
What do you mean strat? What's a strat, dude? I play with my heart, not with my brain. I don't know. I just enjoy it. It's a good map. It's a solid map, and it's one of those, like, you know, the state of the maps in the game right now for killer. Like, it's just one of those. Well, it could be worse. You know what I mean?
That's fair. This is among the smaller maps. I just struggle because that main building is super strong. But again, we have Nurse here, so Nurse definitely not one of the killers that struggles on this map. And they found the Jake, whiffing that first hit though.
Oh man, he felt that one right on his butt cheeks. I'm telling you what.
I would have to agree. And you know, he's got the jammers for it, so he's just chilling out here. Nurse doesn't want that. And ooh, underblink a little bit, trying to go back towards this gen. Corrupt about a little bit, a minute and a half underway here. And Nurse trying to find a chase that they are active in, and finding the Claudette going into this tile at 2 o'clock. Not really sure. I feel like the Nurse is struggling to find a good chase here. What do you think?
Well, I think that she had a decent setup over there, but because of the pajama pants, chose not to chase. But Ace is just taking a slap right here in the main building, and now we're getting, she's cooking now.
Absolutely. Worth noting is that Nurse also receiving a lot of changes recently. No longer has the recharge. And beautiful shot there. Ace trying to blind, though.
Yeah, going for that blind. That was actually, that's a huge move, but didn't work out.
It did not. And with that said, survivors are well aware there was an explosion in the distance from that kick gen, so Eruption is in play here. Nurse having the good slowdown.
Yeah, Eruption, honestly, I'm a little bit surprised to see Eruption available in a comp tournament. Very strong.
I will be honest, I'm not fully up to date on the DbDCC rules. I do believe that, unless I am misspoken, I don't believe there are perk bans in DbDCC. I think it is, you know, everything goes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that is wild. When you consider you consider Nurse with Eruption on the table, this is going to be a mountain decline for this Survivor team.
I would have to agree. Eruption is pretty insane. Again, kudos to Behavior for reading the room, and you know, we do have some really good changes coming in for Eruption, and I'm really happy with the changes we're going to see in Eruption from the PTB. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. When they initially announced the changes, and it was going to be the percentage based instead of just the flat based Eruption regression, I was kind of like, you're kind of killing the perk. But I really like that they kind of reeled it back a bit. So Eruption, oh, beautiful dead hard there.
Yeah, that was a very well timed dead hard.
Yeah, so basically Eruption is not officially dead. It's actually going to still get better like that. So.
Absolutely, yeah. Same thing. The percentage space was kind of concerning to us, but the fact that they reeled it back again, read the room and like listened to the community really well, and put it to a flat percentage was really, really cool. And I'm looking forward to the perk. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a really nice change.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a huge W in terms of taking a perk and not completely gutting it to make it more reasonable. I like that. Good job, behavior.
Absolutely. And with that said, second hook coming in for Ace. It is Colubrine Eruption. We see that notification that the Survivor is working on that generator. So, you know, kind of the classic strat we've seen from a lot of killers in our pubs matches recently is the good old Colubrine Eruption. And again, thank goodness that's going to be, you know, changed in the future patch. But man, this Jake is just knowing he is always out of reach for this nurse.
Well, you're aware that the heart and down pants give you an extra 5% movement speed, right?
Okay, I need to get this cosmetic now. 5% movement speed sounds absolutely amazing, and you get to do it in style.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, so for having Colubrine Eruption, I feel like this nurse is actually losing a lot of gens here. There's a lot of gens that are above 80% right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's, again, comp DbD goes both ways, right? You
True.
got strong perks on the killer side, but these gens are going to get work. These guys are working there, obviously, in comms. They're obviously set up to move the game in the direction they're trying to go. So, I don't know. It's exciting. It's fun to watch DbD play to this level. We got this ace yet again.
Oh, man. That was a beautiful prediction. Triple Eruption. I think they might have called it out because I didn't see it. Did you see a scream there? I didn't see a scream.
I didn't see a scream either.
So, Survivor definitely calling out the Eruption there, so we might see a Gen or 2 finish, but this will be Death Hook for the Ace, forcing the 3v1 now, and I have to see if these Survivors can break the 3-gen on the Circus side. That is the biggest challenge, I think, for these Survivors right now.
Well, yeah, trying to break a 3-gen is hard. They broke it?
Yeah, that was the 3-gen they needed to break there. Now it's just main building,
wow.
and these Survivors have the generator split. Again, it is Nurse. Obviously, this killer can... you know, cross map pretty easily, but Survivors are resetting. I'm not seeing anyone. They're stealthed out at the moment. Oh, but we do find Ania.
You know, that's kind of says a lot about the state of current DbD right now. 2023 DbD. It's like we'll give up the kill to break the 3-gen.
I mean,
hey,
sacrifices
I'm
must be made.
shoutcasting. Turn that shit off. Thank you. Absolutely. Yeah. You do what you have to do to get that 3-gen broken because you're not going anywhere even with 4 people on a 3-gen nurse.
For sure, but with that said, Nia taking a quick hit there. Third generator going for these Survivors. Nurse getting a little bit turned around there. Yeah, Nurse even saying like, that's not what I wanted.
No, definitely not. That was really well played on Nia's part.
Absolutely. Looks like we're gonna, classic comp corner here. However, is this gonna be a maybe possibly a 4th generator popping here? Because you don't go to the corner unless there's something going on here. I'm not sure. We'll have to see if a gen pops. This is first hook coming in for the Survivor. Once again, Nurse has a lot of pressure here, but they only have 4 hook stages right now.
Yeah, this is really interesting. It would be interesting to see what the play is here. Do they just leave the Neon hook and try and force gens? Do they rotate somebody over? This is to see what happens.
Yeah, not sure. We'll have to see if this back generator over here has any progress on it. Oh no, they don't have any progress or any generators now at all, and Jake taking the first hit of the game. They do unhook the Nia in the distance. Have to see if this connects or not. Okay, that one didn't whiff. I was expecting that to whiff possibly, but they actually do get the hit.
Same. Yeah, I was like holding my breath on that. I was like, is this guy gonna get the 3rd butt cheek whiff? But no, Jake is gonna actually take it down. And the raid boss looks to have been conquered here for a first hit.
Indeed. One thing I'm seeing is that Survivors are resetting well. I'm wondering how they're going to tackle this gen situation. They have a little bit of pressure here and there, but again, the 3v1 is the strongest state for the Nurse here, especially on this map. Clouded taking chase. I believe that was a lie getting a little bit of distance into the back here.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same. Interesting to take the life and just get the distance. She's obviously trying to drag the Nurse away.
Right. With Nurse chases, it's inevitable. You just try and last as long as possible. I'm curious how the Claudette's going to take this. Actually, do I see scratch mark? Is this Lucky Break? Oh! That was brutal.
Yeah, you know, when you pallet stone a Nurse, you're allowed to make a wish, so. Desolation, go ahead, make a wish. It'll come true.
But I say, I don't think their wish came through. I think their wish was, please don't go down here, and they still went down.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Unfortunate, but first hook coming in for this Claudette here. And not seeing where these Survivors are just yet. I thought I might have saw a skill check in the back. Again, maybe a 7% there, but Oh no, the survivor's injured. They haven't reset the Jake. That could be huge for this nurse.
Yeah, this is, you know, when you cut that nurse chase in half by 50%, that is rough.
Absolutely. It looks like Nia gonna be going in for the save here. I don't think this should be a grab. I don't think the distance is quite there. And yeah, this will not be a grab, but it will be a possible hook trade. Nia taking a hit and running into the back here. I don't know. How do the survivors get a fourth generator done here, my dude?
I don't think it happens. I was just gonna say you got 3 people injured. Nobody can be on a gen. I mean, they get reset, obviously. The nurse can cover so much of the map. You're not gonna be able. If you sit a gen injured in this situation, you're going down quick if you get spotted. So I don't know. This is looking kind of dire.
Yeah, generally when it comes to nurse matches and blight matches, any of the S tiers, it comes down to how many generators can you do done. You expect the 4K. It's a matter of can you get that 4th gen done, if you, possibly even the 5th gen done. You don't really look for outs in these situations half the time, but man, these servers are doing a really good job here, making this chase last as long as possible. But this is the only gen with progress at the moment, unless the other survivors are banging one out right now. Is it just me or is this Jake juicing?
Make a wish! He got the stun and he got away. Man, was he running?
I don't think it was Smash It.
Yeah, I was gonna say smash it. Thank you, God, you're so good at this.
They do. They finished the 4th
Smash
gen.
it. There it is.
I don't know. Claudette, I think, had the dead hard, I want to say. I don't know about Jake, what his perk is. Oh, Jake running just a little bit too close to the sun. This will be second hook coming in for them. But they do finish the 4th generator. That is huge for these survivors, and it splits these generators even harder here.
I mean, I don't mean to be that guy, the Will Actually guy, but it was Nia with the dead hard, and Claudette had the life.
Hey, you're paying attention better than me. I can't tell one survivor from the next. I am bad about calling out survivor names. I can do perks and other things all day. I'm sorry. You all look like meat to me. I'm a killer main.
Man, I've got some stuff I wanted to say to that, but we were a family friendly. So I'm not gonna say it. We're just gonna move right to the next chase here. It looks like I think that's another life from the. If I had to guess, yep.
Yeah, good call there.
But excellently played. Wow.
Yeah, this nurse is really precise with a lot of these blinks and getting some good predictions. I think Jake might have been Jake might have had their number, and they just didn't pass out the number to the rest of the team, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, again, the pajama pants, they're an intangible force.
They are true. You know, it's camouflage for Father Campbell's Chapel, right?
Agreed 100%.
But that's it.
Also,
yeah.
shout out to Maurice. Shout out to Maurice, right?
I'm still so confused. I need some lore updates on Maurice. Why did Maurice go away? What happened? What's the story here? I'm so confused.
I feel like it was dredge base.
I guess, but then what brought them back? Did Maurice fight back the dredge and say, like, I'm taking back, and that's why we have a Maurice skin?
Or perhaps the dredge is a benevolent host and decided to give a gift back to the community for the holidays. Who knows?
Very, very possible. Behavior, I need information. I need to know the deep lore behind why Maurice disappeared and came back. But with that said, I don't know about you. I thought this middle gen got completed, and now I'm realizing this 3 gen still kind of exists to a degree. Survivors are resetting. 4 stages left. Do you think the 5th generator can get worked out here?
I do think it's possible because there is, like you said, it's not a traditional 3 gen, but because of the nurse, it becomes a 3 gen.
Absolutely.
But I mean, all it's gonna take is one extended chase, and this game is like over. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I think it really comes down to does the nurse take a chase with Jake? Because there he is.
Another pallet stun as well. Oh man, these prediction blinks are so on point, but I think the Jake has the nurse second guessing themselves a little bit where they want to take these swings, because I mean you take the swing and Jake just gets so much distance.
That's true, but
oh
I mean,
no,
the nurse does what nurse does, and I think is that death hook for Jake?
I believe it is, and that was also an eruption scream as well. So a survivor incapacitated for 25 seconds. Really brutal, but again, come this Tuesday, eruption, no more screaming, and the survivors rejoice.
Yeah, it's actually unfortunate too to get the eruption pop there, because that was something that probably could have been called. I don't know. It's
possible. I'll be honest. I don't think that Jake expected to take that hit there.
Yeah, maybe not. I guess that's another thing that the nurse does is they can just kind of bring the instant down.
Absolutely. So now the question is there going to be something of a hatch play going into this? Again, denying the killer any hook stages here would be pivotal, and we will probably see the slug for the 4 kill. But I mean, with Hatch being the way it is, you never know. It might spawn on top. We've seen some crazy Hatch in endgame scenarios where survivors are able to get a Hatch escape just by the ability. Also, scratch marks here in the distance. Which survivor is this?
We'll find out momentarily, just like you do. I feel like.
Whoever they are, the nurse is having a little bit of trouble finding them. Oh, it is the Claudette. They are the live player. Hell, they won't take a hit here. That was
Oh my goodness.
a little bit of
That
focus
felt-
there, I feel like.
Yeah, I think it was definitely Pocos. When the M1 went out, I was almost sure that was with him.
Yeah, absolutely. However, I don't know how much.
I have a little extra time.
But I say, I don't know if this Claudette can really get this. Oh
Wow!
my goodness, no shot.
The distance off that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, nurse like, are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
something that I like to do as well when I play Killer. Be very expressive with your camera angles, and we are feeling all the pain of that missed blink.
Absolutely. One thing that nurse is also S tier in is the Nodders game, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely.
S tier
Top
Nodders?
tier. S plus Nodders for sure.
Yeah, and there we go. We see the slug for the 4K. Claudette does pretty much have the full 4-minute timer to bleed out here. So this killer probably does have a little bit of time. However, okay, Father Campbell's Chapel. On how do you rate it as far as hiding spots?
Yeah, that's tough. I would rate it like somewhere in the middle, I guess.
Okay, okay.
It's not so bad. Main building's got a little bit of juiciness to it.
I could see that. Also worth noting that Jen actually had a lot of progress there. Claudette did extend that chase for quite a bit of time. However, Nurse gonna check around here just a little bit, let that call of Brian work on that Jen. Maybe see if Nia is in the area. I don't know. I think Nia would have gone to get the Claudette up. I think that's the play here. Extend the chase again.
You think so? Or do you think that Nia just sets up shop and looks for a hash player?
It's possible. I forget. Does Nia have the hook stage here or not? This is why I wish we had the hook spectator right there. I'm curious. Oh, they found it.
Well, guess that conversation's irrelevant because we're looking at a 4K here, boys.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, but I say don't even need to
Alright,
recharge there. There's the blink.
Blouses.
Absolutely incredible. And unless the Claudette can stealth out for an additional 2.5 minutes, this will in fact be the 4K here with no bleed out necessary.
I'd say with the nurse on a map this small, there's almost no way she doesn't find Claudette on the ground somewhere.
You would think. Also worth noting is this nurse actually has a little bit of time left to find the Claudette too before Nia goes to death stage here. Not an immediate chance for, you know, a cheeky hatch. Have you've been that survivor, right? Where you're slugged out and you're like, oh, this sucks. And then the hatch spawns literally right in front of you and you're like, ooh.
Oh. Yeah, we call that DbD Prime. Shout out to Spooky Loops. I stole that from him. So.
Oh, okay. Props to Spooky Lips then, but yeah, unless actually Claudette nowhere to be seen here.
Not yet.
I'm not actually sure what the rules on bleedouts are versus hooks. I would think they might be the same for one stage, but again, DbDCC rules are a little bit foreign to me. So I'll have to wait for the reps to see how this one turns out.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, hopefully she just ends up finding it.
True. Oh, there's the hatch
Oh,
though.
never mind. What?
Adrenaline play? Yes.
Adrenaline? Question mark? No, she's
Adrenaline!
She has adrenaline. No shot. I was just gonna say she has lights, so probably no adrenaline, and then there it is. I mean,
She dropped the pallet. She said, "Over here, Nursey."
you know, sometimes it's about sending a message, Rupert.
You know, that's fair. I will say, now that we're at this point, we can say it wouldn't have mattered. The nurse had 4 stacks of no way out. This Claudette was not
I want you to make
leaving.
no noise if you can do that. Okay, I'm shoutcasting. Yeah, absolutely.
But really, really well played. Super fun. This is a good first quarterfinal match between Revival and Outsiders here. That was super fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was really fun. Again, we'll go back to talking about like the fact that this sort of game in a pub scenario is absolutely miserable. If you got a nurse with eruption, call of Brian on a small map, it's like
Absolutely.
insurmountable, right? But when you've got that comp mentality that these guys are practicing, they're in sync, they've all got perk synergy, everything's ready. So it's just really fun to watch people play the game at that level. Because again, that was a really competitive match. We got down to 1 gen, right?
Yeah, the fact that they did that 4th gen was insane to me.
Right, yeah, and if you're looking at that in a pub scenario, like they're not even probably going to get 2 gens done. Like it's going to be an absolute stomp. So good stuff.
Yeah.
Well played on both sides. A lot of good chases. That Jake, shout out to the Jake, the Pajama Pants. The Pajama Pants, I would like to give them the MVP of the first match.
I second that. Pajama Pants Jakes gets MVP. I'm down for that. That's okay with me. It's also it's crazy because a lot of the outfits, you know, a little bit more blendy. You kind of get into the environment. Jake, full on like, here I am, nurse. Let's chase. I'm kind of into it.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's so you can see the confidence when somebody drops a bright cosmetic in the comp scene. You can see the confidence.
Absolutely. But with that said, we'll be taking a short intermission here. Again, thank you all for watching. It's really fun. We're Champions of the Fog. We get to host, you know, the finals for EU this time around. We'll be live later in the day for more NA finals as well at 4 p.m. CST. So stay tuned for that. But with that said, we'll be taking a short intermission here. We'll be right back again. Thank you all for watching. All the donations, all the bits, all the subs helps us out on the back end. And of course, all the Rogue Energy that you buy using code COTF also helps us on the back end. So with that said, we'll be back in just a minute, folks. Stay tuned.